Hey, Rebellion Ranch with you here. Wanted to answer some questions we had on the YouTube channel. Trying to hide from the wind here so you guys can hear. We had a great question asked, do we run our herding dog, Zoe here, with our guardian dogs, or do we have to get them out to do it? The answer to that question is no, we don't have to run them separately. Our dogs aren't with the livestock right now just because we're having lambing right now, and it's just worked out better for us. But in the past, I have not had to remove the guardian dogs, but that comes with a big caveat. We also introduced Zoe, the herding dog, to the guardian dogs for probably 3 to 4 weeks on a common fence line, a very secure fence line, because these dogs get very territorial about their livestock in their area. The more they got used to her, after those few weeks, I went in for short periods of time, like anything with dogs, you know, short periods, and everybody got used to everybody. And now, quite honestly, if the guardian dogs are just loafing along and in the way when Zoe's trying to herd, she'll go right under them, sometimes knock them over just because she shoots under them so fast. Follow-up question that she had, I believe, was do we run sheep and goat together? Right now we just have sheep. We had no problem running sheep and goat together. Our actual thing that we're going to get to is going to run the sheep and goat together, followed by cattle and bison. And then her last question was, could you run chicken tractors, you know, back behind everything, obviously to clean up the manure, insects, and all that? You could. I'm not going to do chicken tractors. What you see here is our little utility trailer. I don't know if you can get a look at it. Basically a little house on wheels. That'll be the first iteration of the chicken coop that we build. We're going to have that come in the paddocks behind the sheep and goat and the cattle and bison. And then with this netting fence, once we get our actual timeless fence up that I highly recommend, this netting fence will be used to subdivide those birds. And then this coop will equip with one of the automatic sun-up, sundown doors, so we don't have to be out here first thing and last thing every day like clockwork, you know, slave to the sun and all that. You're probably going to lose a couple of birds, but the ones that are smart will figure it out. And then we'll mount egg boxes in here. I forget the name of the company, but the eggs will roll out to the side here where we can get to them. They'll be protected because there's going to be dogs around on the perimeter, and electric fence, so I'm not too worried about, you know, raccoons and possums and all that. So we'll be able to basically run a little symphony here where the sheep and goat go through, eat some of the brushier plants and the forbs for the most part, not take everything all the way down the way this is right now. This is just a winter clearing project where we wanted to get some dead vegetation off right before the rains that are coming. Just do a light graze on that, move them along, let that rest for a few days, and then run the cattle and bison back in behind that. Real low pressure, take it down to the appropriate level depending on season and the forage involved. I say grass, but we're going to be do forages, not just grass. And then have the birds come through and clean up. And, you know, we also plan on having geese and ducks, you know, as part of this elaborate production that we're doing, you know, and planting orchards and all that. So it's going to be complicated, but overall it's simple. It's just a matter of organizing each step of it. But I hope that answers your question. Yes, we do run Zoe with our guardian dogs, but only after proper association and knowing those dogs. They know she's not going to hurt them. It's the craziest thing. Any other dog came up to the fence, it would be a giant problem. But Zoe has license with them because we went through the appropriate steps to do her job. So God bless you all. Look forward to answering a lot more questions. I try and crank 2 of these out a week, and just keep in touch with you guys. I love hearing from you. We'll talk to you soon.